Hello ladies and gentlemen. In today's video I want to cover the topic of my accounts. I said I was going to cover it in the last video, but I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot. I just uploaded the video after talking about my thoughts on the fake characters, so I thought I might make this follow-up one. So some of you may be interested in my M-Blade pulls because I had two different accounts that wanted to go for M-Blade. One being my Firefly account and one being my Feainon account. My Feainon account is building the follow-up team from the ground up, and the reason I wanted him on my Firefly account is because I have things like Feainon and Acheron and Saber, right? And for those who don't know, with the recent addition of Gilga on Saber's team, their new best third slot support is, you guessed it, M-Blade. Now, here's the thing. As you guys also may know, I have been slacking on playing gachas because of the insane burnout I got hit with a couple months ago. So, I'm going to be honest, there was a pretty good chance that if I had average luck, I would not have actually been able to get M-Blade on either of these accounts. On one account I lost a 50-50 but then got M-Blade early at around the 20 pull range, and then on another account I just straight up got him early at like 30 to 40 pity, right? So because of my above average luck, I kind of got rewarded despite my laziness, and I can now focus my efforts on this account. This is my Anoxa account. This is an account a lot more of you out there are familiar with. I've made multiple videos because this is the only free-to-play account I had for quite a while, and it still is that way. I haven't spent a dime on this account. However, its luck is way above average, so you can basically consider me a half whale if we were to translate average luck with the extra cons that I have on this team or account, right? Now, the reason I'm focusing my efforts on this account is because I'm trying to get Cyrene right now. As you guys may or may not know, this is an E6 Anoxa account. I pulled Tribi E1 for him back then because, keep in mind, back then Ceridra was really ass for Anoxa, a less than 10% jump over Robin, and I had absolutely zero faith that Cyrene was going to be best in slot with Ceridra because, I mean, there was no way to guess Cyrene's kit would be as insane as what it is, right? So, because of this, I invested into the Sunday plus Tribi stocks, and those stocks fell to the fucking dirt. So, unfortunately, Anoxa is very Cyrene reliant for his top tier performance, and obviously this means I want to get Cyrene, and to be honest, I just want to get this done with, right? I just want to get this Anoxa team done with. I kid you not, I've been playing the same fucking two DPSs on this account for the last over a year. I'm getting sick of investing into their teams. So I just want to get it all over and done with. Give Anoxa Cyrene. I'll get Rin for Archer, but I don't really need to no-life the game for that because the fake collab banners last forever. Meaning, once I get Cyrene for Anoxa, I'm done, right? This account's going on the bench unless I find a team that can take really good advantage of my Sunday and Tribi, and it's a DPS I actually give a fuck about, right? And then, once I'm able to get Cyrene and bench this account, and since I already got M-Blade on my other accounts, the only account I'm really going to be focusing on is the originally intended one, which is my Feainon account. My Feainon account has E6 Fae, E2 Cyrene, and currently has Ashvale plus M-Blade. This is definitely the one I want to focus on the most because it also has Yao Guang and Evanesia, I believe. So I can invest into Evanesia team. I haven't even played Evanesia yet, by the way. She's completely unbuilt because of my laziness. And then we also have the follow-up team, which this one I'm actually quite interested in. I'm really curious what Avon's power level is going to be like for this team and how the vertical investment is going to look for him. And it seems decently promising. I've also always liked Avon. He's definitely one of my favorite of the male characters in the game. Not literally favorite, but, you know, he's always been one of the best ones in terms of design and in terms of personality. And, of course, they gave him that long-ass sob story in Penacony that a lot of people fell in love with. So I am looking forward to that. So yeah, that's kind of the account update I didn't cover in the previous video. I got M-Blade on the accounts that mattered, so now I'm benching them so that I don't get burnt out. Focusing on the Anoxa account so I can get Cyrene. Once that's done, I move on to only playing on one account again, and everything becomes healthier, everything becomes nicer. Video uploads, I got more in store for you guys. There's a video probably coming out either today or tomorrow covering Uncle Y's last leaks. Now, take them with an incredible grain of salt, but at the end of the day, the guy does have a actual decent track record. It's just that he got one thing wrong, and he basically imploded on himself and decided to quit just because he got that one thing wrong. You know, it is what it is. I don't necessarily blame him. There's not really an incentive for leakers to be leakers in HSR since they basically only receive hate. And I appreciate him doing the community a service if these leaks are real. But if they are fake, then, I mean, he's just kind of an annoying dickhead, right? And as for any other content regarding Wuwa, I'm trying, right? Like, genuinely, I'm trying. It's just, man, as I get older, life gets busier. I have more things to worry about and more things to do. And it's just, even when I feel like I want to, I really want to give it a shot. I want to, like, make content on it. It's not that Wuwa is a bad game. It really isn't. Wuwa is such an incredible game. I feel like I have to repeat myself every time when I talk about this because people genuinely think I have a bias towards, like, Hoyo and shit. And it's like, no, I don't have a bias towards Hoyo. I have a bias towards HSR. And that's because of how convenient this game is for my lifestyle. And that's really it. I feel like as a game, Wuwa has always been better than HSR in my opinion. And I've been quite open about that. But in the current state of my life, I don't really care too much about a gacha game being mainly a game because I can just play things like God of War, or I can play like Ghost of Tsushima, you know, Ghost of Yote, stuff like that, if I really want to experience a high quality solo single player story, right? And not fucking Wuwa of all things. But we'll see. It's a bad idea probably, but I might try and give it a shot, but I just don't think it's gonna stick. Right? I'm usually very good at being able to understand myself and the reality of, you know, do I like this? Do I not like this? Is this going to stick? This definitely feels like something that I just can't do as of the current state of my life. HSR just feels like the only game I should really focus on because it's just much more convenient. Meta discussion is much more interesting as well, in my opinion, in comparison to other games. And of course, this game has some of my favorite characters in all of Gacha, and some of the coolest animations, which I can always appreciate, alongside the incredible convenience for someone like me with a busier life. So yeah, that kinda went outside of the personal account discussion, but I thought I might as well just include that, so you guys can get a better understanding of kinda where my mental state is, and, you know, planning on videos and playing games and stuff. I'm not a real content creator. I never have been. I'm very lazy. My voice cuts out very fast, despite what many of you may think, which is usually why sometimes I'll take long breaks from streaming. And even now, my voice is a bit hoarse from having streamed consistently the last few days for a very short period of time. I'm not really built for talking that much or doing that much. And I realize I'm lazy, but I don't know. That's just kind of who I am. So enough of that bullshit yap. Thanks for watching this video. That's what's going on with my personal accounts. Hope you all have a great day. Hope you all have a great night. Peace out.